Yeah, the calendar's changed a lot for all of us. I think all of us look at that 8 weeks as almost a summer camp, an opportunity to develop your players, to develop your team, to get to know each other. You know, back to 4 hours a week, and you can almost pick up where you left off from the summer. So that's what we're doing. So our guys, strength and conditioning 3 days a week. We're into the basketball part.
You know, when I first hit the portal, I had a ton of, coaches and teams calling me, but I feel like the one that stuck out to me was, here at Xavier and Coach Miller. He's just one of those coaches who, he kept it real. He gave me a layout and, so far it's been true. So I just appreciate him being, so honest and so upfront with me from the start. I think that's the main reason why I chose Xavier. A lot of people, a lot of students that go here, they definitely know your face. Just being a basketball school, everybody really loves Xavier basketball. You can tell by, even if we're not having the greatest season like last year, I feel like all the games were still, sold out. So I just feel like it's more of a cultural thing. Just having so much love and support, no matter how the season's going, it just brings out the energy and into the players. Seeing the fans always coming and never giving up on us, it gives us an extra motivation.
We're teaching them, we're coaching them, we're trying to develop our team. And most importantly, we're getting ready for like day one, which is this year at September 24th. And that's when we get into 30 practices in 42 days that, again, everybody in college basketball has. So if you look at it, it's almost like a ramp-up period, 8 weeks in the summer, this preseason period of time that gets you ready for your real fall practices. And then once you hit fall practice at the end of the month, it's those 30 practices that basically have you ready for your season opener in early November.
So I wake up, about 8:15. I get ready, I take my dog out, and then I come to the gym. I usually work out about 10, get some shots up. After that, I eat breakfast, and then I'm just chilling. I might knock out some homework until about 2, and then I come and, start stretching, getting ready for practice at 3. And then after that, I'm chilling.
So you could tell we're in late August, beginning of the school year. It's a good time for everybody. I would say the one thing that I've learned over my time, you're constantly getting to know your team and your players better, but you're nowhere near having enough information that you really know what you have. I really look at that as more mid-November, early December, when everybody in the room knows who everybody is. And that's the other part of this period of time. Each week, I feel like we're becoming more familiar with each other. What's up, man?
Sorry, Coach, how are you?
Great. Spilled coffee all over me here. I'm trying to get it off now. Bad beginning, Mark. I'm going to rally, though.
Hey, I had these the best flavor. Oh, that's what it is. These the best flavor. Fruit punch. We got strawberry, his favorite. Mine is fruit punch. Jolly Ranchers, I ain't really.
Them old.
Them old.
Them when I was back in the day, yeah. I can't do them no more.
Jerome Hunter, he's doing remarkably well considering all that he's been through. I have not, in my time, come across an individual player who's gone through more than he has.
I didn't really think being out for that long could have so many setbacks to it, but the heart issue, that one was it was unfortunate. I was just waiting to see what the results were because the doctors didn't even know what was going on. So with that one, I was just waiting to see what the results were. I didn't think it was nothing serious after they fixed it, but when they fixed it, they just wanted to see what happened. And then coming off that and then going out there to hoop and then tearing my Achilles, that was just like another unfortunate circumstance just because we wish we could play this year. We wish we could do this. We wish we could do that. But at the end of the day, we just got to come back and be better than we were.
Jerome's been working out. He's getting himself back into shape. And he's able to do everything right now except play 5-on-5 full court. So we watch him every day. He joins us. He's a part of our locker room. Everything we do each day, at some point, he doesn't do like the final 20%. So he'll get cleared to do that here in a couple of weeks. And then again, like Zach, I think all of us just can't wait to see him out there and hopefully healthy from the beginning all the way till the end.
Things have to be different just because, like, Zach hasn't played for 2 years, I haven't played for a year, and so all that time off is just like, what do we do with all that time off? But having rehab and stuff, that gives us like that goal. Like each week we have something new to progress towards, and each week we looking forward to each week. So I think that was the thing that helped us the most is just, we know we got hurt, we know it's gonna be a long journey, but there's always milestones to it, and each week we just hope to keep reaching each milestone, just breaking it.
Zach Freemantle, he had successful surgery a long time ago. He's had a great summer, and now we're trying to follow that up with a great fall to get him ready for game action because it's been a long time since he's played. The last game that he's played was at Creighton. Not last season, but 2 seasons ago, which would have been our 23rd game of the year that year.
Outside of like my family, the people around me, like basketball is like the most important thing to me, and so not being able to do that, it always hurts. It feels unfair to a degree, but my mom's favorite thing to say is life's not fair. So I'm just gonna keep working and hope for the best this season.
He's been a part of everything that we've done, both on the court and in the weight room. He's in the best shape of his life. I don't know many guys that can have gone through what he has the last 2.5, 3 years and physically look the part that he looks. His discipline is unmatched when it comes to taking care of himself.
Brown, you actually going to work hard today?
Yes, sir. So in the back, we cook up some Gatorade, ice cold water. Some guys want Propel. Some guys get some drip drops. Big deal. Got to make sure our guys are super hydrated. It's number one priority here. Freemantle loves to judge me on my water and how cold it is, so we'll be sure to get his judgment. Henry, what do we got today?
9 out of 10 today.
10?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
What do we got to do to get to that 10? That's what
It might just be the flavor, okay. It's a great amount of mixture.
Okay.
Great temperature, man.
Okay.
You're killing it.
Good.
What flavor is that?
Chair?
Yeah,
How do you fill this up?
Good Traore.
It's a hot flavor these days.
What is it?
Fruit punch.
You want one?
No, I'm chill.
We're going to start off right here. Let's use Jerome. Jerome, the ball's going to go to Wolf. Wolf can really shoot it high and hard, close out, and make him a jab. You want to jab, keep the ball. You want to probe baseline, hit him at the chest. But eventually he's going to snap it back to Bob. Bob, hold the ball. Pay attention. Pay attention. And again, you're more at the top of the key. You're dead. You're getting ready to go. You're getting ready, okay? Now I'm inside the pack line. I'm here. If Bob starts coming my way, I stunt. I protect my teammate. I can't lose vision. and then it's a second high, hard closeout. Coach hits the whistle, boom, you're off the court, okay? If, the other thing he could do is, right here, he could go backdoor cut. If you don't see him, remember what I said yesterday, turn your head, go to his body, do the best you can, it'll work out. Okay? Yes, sir. We all set?
Hey, ball pressure. Trace the ball, Jerome.
Oh,
Trace the ball. Beat him up with your chest. Come on, Swain. Back door. Back door. Back door. Back door. I can't wait. Let's go. Back door. Back door. Chest, guard, back door, step, guard. Hey, once you recognize that he's going back door, don't early help, no stop. Just grab your head, throw your arm, and look for the target. Come on, Zach, back door.
Yeah, I mean, obviously last year we were both redshirted, so we spent a lot of time just trying to have fun on the sidelines, trying to make jokes when we could, just try to keep everything in positive spirits, because it is really easy to go negative in times like that, and so we just did our best to keep each other positive.
I'm his roommate, so I see him every day leaving to go work out and go to yoga and stuff, and so I'm seeing all the work that he's been putting in. Just during all this time he's been hurt, that made me very happy just to be out there with him, just because I've been putting in so much work too. So us being out there together is just a great feeling to have, just because I remember 2 years ago when we played together, we was just so hyped on the court together and stuff, so I think it's great having Zach back with us.
I mean, it's been home for so long. I've been with Sean for the past 3 years now. I feel like we've built a pretty decent relationship over the past years. You know, we got a lot of trust in each other. I feel like he's a great coach. I've been here for so long, so I'm just thankful to finally have a chance to have a full season and give to this university that's given me so much.
What makes us human? Humanity is found in the actions that redefine care, actions that we at TriHealth take every day. By seeing those who feel invisible, hearing needs that have been ignored, TriHealth is healing the body and the human spirit, so all can know and live a better life.
You may know Fort Washington Investment Advisors as an institutional money manager, but you may not know their private client group. The private client group begins every conversation with one simple question: how can we help? And because they're backed by the strength of Western and Southern Financial Group, they focus on you and the people you care about.
For tailored wealth management services designed to help you meet your goals, you can trust Fort Washington's private client group.
Meaning fall practices, 30 practices in 42 days. This is the finish though, okay? Let's have a great morning, all right? Here we go. Here we go.
All in on three, 1, 2, 3.
All in.
You know, every player thinks they compete. What's the standard that we have as a program? They have to get used to it. They have to understand it. They have to know this is acceptable, this isn't. We have a lot of players that are coming from different other programs where they've done things different ways.
At Long Beach State, we used to play really fast, but here I feel like it's twice faster. So coming in here, I just have to adjust my game, how to elevate my game to another level. That was the biggest adjustment that I had to do in my game, just to know how to run the floor, where to be, at what moment where I have to receive the ball, or just stuff like that. My favorite thing about this team is their maturity. I think everybody's locked in, everybody knows what they want, and so playing around those type of guys just help you to grow up and help you to also elevate your game to another level. And so pretty much it has been fun. I've been enjoying the process. And as you know, I'm playing with the elite point guard, David McKnight. So he's really fast and he always looking for others, and he unselfish.
Good pass, Wayne, good D. You know, Coach Miller always harping on me about, you know, keeping the pace up, but still being able to take care of the ball, like you said. So being able to have, you know, experienced guys around me with Jerome and, you know, Freemantle coming back, it'll help out huge for, you know, I could, you know, have more assists now, you know, still keep the turnover ratio low, but, you know, instead of 3-1, it could be like, you know, 5 or 6-1. And, you know, it just helps out me in the long run, just having so many weapons around me. And, you know, as deep as we are and, you know, experienced we are, it helps out a lot.
I mean, yeah, rehab and getting hurt is just never easy. It's just, you get hurt and you feel like everybody forgets about you. You feel like, am I gonna be the same player that I was before that I got hurt, and all this stuff around it. But just us getting through that, we have to go through things.
I'm Dr. Rico Cragley, sports medicine physician with TriHealth, and been with Xavier for close to 20 years. When an athlete injures their Achilles, what happens is that load, you know, kind of overrides what the strength of that Achilles. And what happens is you lose the ability to kind of push off. So when you walk, you need to kind of be able to kind of propel yourself and push forward. So without an Achilles that is attached to that attaches your foot to your calf, you don't have any power to kind of step forward. And so you need that Achilles to kind of, you know, push forward there. You know, once an athlete has regained their full motion, their full strength, we have to wait for that tissue to heal and be healed. And so once that's there, and then the athlete has their strength back, their motion back, they start doing on-court stuff and then work towards building up that endurance. A lot of times it's, you know, you got to get back to the cardio, back into game shape, if you will, in order to be able to kind of fully test how it feels and stuff like that.
I just know I have to get better each day. Like right now, my goal has been just to get better each practice. And then I'm just watching a lot of film of myself from before I got hurt just to see how I played, just because it's been so long.
Yeah, it's more exciting, right, than challenging. We know the challenges are going to come, but we put a lot of time in to put this team together, and a lot of guys have been through a lot. And sure, there are challenges ahead, but it's up to us as a coaching staff to put it all together.
The difference is we're playing Wildcats so much more than we ever have that we're going to be a different team than we've had in the past in terms of 2 bigs, 1 big, that's it. Which is good for everybody, I think. Like, it allows, and the goal would be to get you, him, to learn all kinds of different shit. You have a huge advantage because you know one thing, and then can we grow the other thing? But here's the thing, I really, really hope you can not get yourself caught in your mind about that shit, and you just worry about getting better.
No,
which is totally fine. But I'm just saying, like, I know how you get, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just need to get yourself as healthy as you can, and let us worry about, like, here's where you fit, here's where they fit, you handle your shit. Because if you handle your shit, the rest is going to take care of itself. You agree?
For me personally, with me being older and me being here, I feel like the better I get, the more Coach Miller gonna play me. And that's the thing about Coach Miller. He's not going, if you're doing good, he's gonna play you. If you're not doing as good, he's not gonna play you. And I just wanna be a part of the rotation and getting enough minutes, because it don't matter if I start or not. It's just a matter if we win, and if I'm playing, what am I doing to help us win?
When you look at Zach and Jerome and everything else, like, we're more excited for them and excited to bring these guys together where we feel like we have a group that can do amazing things.
If you're jumping in the middle.
I know what you mean now.
But you actually going to go under the guard.
Yes, because I barely show. So it's like, if you're just...
Yeah, exactly. And then you can get back to shoot or whatever it is.
Jerome's a very emotional guy. He's a very passionate guy. So obviously you feel really happy for him. We haven't even really been out there together yet because we've been going against each other so much. And sometimes he's on my team, sometimes he's not. And it's been a lot of fun to be out there with him.
I just know I have to get better each day. I have to get back to where I was, or it's going to be like a mediocre season. I'm not looking for that.
Everyone has a different way they respond to injuries, and we try to use our experience to kind of guide them through. And certainly when certain people get back on the court, we take pride in that. Hey, this is what we were able to accomplish to get them better. So it does give us a sense of pride.
Good, Rome.
They're just, two experienced vets. No matter what, I feel like college nowadays, if you got more than 2 to 3 years in college, it's helpful. So, just having them pushing me, guarding me, and just, the amount of, energy and hype that they bring to practice each and every day is helpful, and it's great.
Doing those scrimmage, knowing that I get to play with Zach Freemantle or against him or Xavier McKnight is just an opportunity for me to get better, and just knowing that the high-level talent and the team is full of high-level talent. NBA prospect, you can say. So just every chance I get, I just use that to get better.
It was a beautiful day in Cincinnati. James looked out the window and saw Bud scoping out competition, where James saw none. James, in the spirit of Pella hospitality, invited him in. Bud hoped to find a flaw. Maybe it was in the finish, or the quality, or selection, but he found none. Get your full service, delivery, removal, and installation all included. Call Pella now.
You may know Fort Washington Investment Advisors as an institutional money manager, but you may not know their private client group. The private client group begins every conversation with one simple question: how can we help? And because they're backed by the strength of Western and Southern Financial Group, they focus on you and the people you care about.
For tailored wealth management services designed to help you meet your goals, you can trust Fort Washington's private client group.
Let's try to get to tip. Here's the point I want to make. I'm going to give you a play. No matter what, if we get the tip, we're going to... If they get the tip, unless it's a missed shot, of course, missed shot, we're pushing it. If they score the ball on us or it's a dead ball, first time is... Again, you have to echo the call quietly. Everybody knows it, okay? Yeah. Marcus, you're the 3. Remember, the whole season you're going to be bouncing back and forth. You're the 3, you're the 5, right? You're the 2, you're the 4. When the shot goes up, you 2 guys are back. If ever you have a chance to corner crash, try it, high side, and keep it going, okay? You 3 guys are going to give great effort on the offensive glass, okay? All you care about right now is 8 minutes. Dante, let's do this. Let's put the score 50-50.
Tank.
Okay? 50-50. It's kind of like the last 8 minutes of the game. Okay? Yeah. We all set?
Everybody contest.
I'm sorry.
Everybody
Let's go. Let's go. Zach jumping. Start with jumping. John, you jump in and then you drop. Okay?
Weak side help everything. Come on.
All right, all
in on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All in. Coach, let's go.
something to the team that's about the fucking school you're at. Everybody's giving you everything you fucking need. All you guys gotta do is talk and bring some life and try to win the game, because that's about Xavier. It's about Xavier. If you guys want what you want in this shit, how you guys are acting, you're acting like we're down 20 fucking points. It's not us pulling teeth to get you guys to fucking show some passion to play the game that you're here to play.
I want every shot contested with more energy than you've had before. Let's get him in transition. You guys run fucking harder.
Play to win, fellas. Play to win. Come on.
One, two, three. Play through.
My favorite thing is just knowing that I get to play basketball. Just knowing that I get to wake up, I get to come here every single day and do what I love to do. That was just a blessing for me. So you always have, you always make me happy knowing that I get to play basketball. That's a different feeling, yeah.
Protecting the rim, blocking shots, rebounding, physicality, old, tough. He gave us a lot of those things, and I'm bringing it up because you ask about our fall. That's a big part of our fall right there. Dealing with it, overcoming it, getting to the other side of it, and being good without him. It's an outlier when you lose a starter for the season before the season begins. It doesn't happen a lot. It's happened here quite a bit the last couple of years, unfortunately. But we lost Lassina Traore. And I bring that up because here in a couple of weeks, nobody will remember that he was on our team.
It was a practice. We were scrimmaging, and we all thought it was just he just tweaked his knee a little bit, just a little sore, came down wrong. But after we found out that he tore his ACL, it was something that it hurt because we seen him work as hard as he worked. He was a big part of the team, and just always bringing energy, always smiling, and it just hurt the whole team as a whole.
It was just a regular day to me. Got ready for the scrimmage. I was feeling good about myself. During the play, I was on fast break. I went, dunked the ball, landed, and then unfortunately my knee kind of moved a little bit. So I kind of felt my knee move, but I was just trying to stay positive. I was hoping that it wasn't too bad because I wanted to play. So that happened. Obviously, I got out, I couldn't play no more, iced my knee and stuff like that. And then woke up in the next morning, my knee was swollen. It was really bad. So we went to do the MRI, it came back. And I don't even want to name my injury, it came back, yeah, for sure.
The ACL is one of the primary stabilizing ligaments in the knee. Keeps your knee from shifting too far forward. And so what happens is when you lose that restraint, your knee just doesn't feel right and it starts to slide and move. And then what happens then is then you can start getting damage if you kind of don't do anything about it. So it really kind of helps the knee do what it's supposed to do and keep it stable. The benefit of being a team physician is that we actually meet our athletes in that when they first arrive on campus and to do their intake physicals and their pre-participation physicals. So we know a little bit about them. We try to kind of interact, figure out where they're from. That way they know, we're part of, we're a trusted kind of part of the team. But when injuries do happen, it is, we have that experience of, I've seen this happen before. We can work you through it. I've had people come back.
It's getting better though. Staying positive with it. taking it day by day.
Yeah, that's what you got, and hopefully, teammates and roommates are supporting you and stuff like that.
We know what he's going through, individually not being able to play this whole year, so just trying to be there for him as much as we can is the best that we can do.
Zach and Jerome really they reached out to me first when they heard about my injury and stuff. They kind of told me about the process because they've been through it last year, so they were telling me about the same thing. Obviously, it was really very unfortunate because they were looking forward to play with me, and I was looking forward to play with them to this upcoming season. But they've always been there for me, supporting me, and just making sure my mental health good.
Seeing Basile hurt and he's the only one hurt, that kind of makes me sad just because I always have somebody hurt with me, and not even like that's a good thing. It's just always good to have somebody that's going through, like he can't play for a year, I can't play for a year, so we're gonna be on the bench together.
I mean, obviously, I've talked to Basile on his own, but my message is always just do everything you can in the best way you can. It's gonna be a long process. There's gonna be a lot of days where you just don't feel like doing it. You don't feel like going into the training room, seeing Connor, seeing all that. So just staying as consistent as you possibly can is the biggest thing, because it'll lead to your health obviously getting to where it needs to be as fast as it can when you're consistent.
Want y'all to do my homework though.
That you have to.
I mean, now too. I have no choice.
I would say probably not going to go to Notre Dame.
No, man. Yeah. When is that?
That's the weekend after surgery.
The weekend after surgery?
Yeah,
I thought we got a home game.
We're at
November 4th.
Yeah, we do, but the scrimmage.
Oh, we got a scrimmage.
The scrimmage Saturday at Notre Dame. You're not going to ride on the bus for 4 hours. Fight head off surgery.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not, sir. No.
How are you going to tell me I cannot?
Because I'm your athletic trainer, and that's my call.
I have to go out.
Certainly, we focus on that physical aspect of it. There is definitely like a mental aspect of it as well, and I think that we, have a team kind of surrounding our athletes that help to keep them kind of engaged with our team in order to, keep that piece.
Sheena, hold on, Sheena. Yeah. Tell the camera, who can you beat one-on-one in the octagon? Say the name that you always say.
John Jones.
Oh, God.
Yes, I said it.
John Jones.
Can fight me, bro.
Our athletes' identities are driven by their sport, and we need to be able to make sure that they can still feel that despite not being on the court for potentially an extended period of time. And so our coaching staff, our athletic training staff, our sports performance team, is acutely aware of that and works towards making sure that the athlete feels supported, and remains a vital part of the team.
Another person that really checked on me since I got hurt, Cam Fletcher, he's been checking on me damn near every morning, every day. Cam just come in my room, check on me, at night check on me, because he's been through the same injury twice in his career. So he know what it takes, he know how, the feeling about it, everything about that injury. So he just make sure I'm good, he make sure my hair is straight.
Have you gotten to talk to your family at all about the injury? Is there any response from them?
At first, I didn't want to tell them because I don't have my family here with me. They're all back in Africa. But I just had to so they can keep me in their prayers. I called my mom first and told her about the injury. That was one of the saddest moments of my life there, because knowing that I just had a season-ending injury, and it was just hard for me to tell my parents. She cannot be here for me. She can't do nothing about this. She a million miles away from me, so I told her on the phone. I was in tears telling her about my injury. She told my dad about the situation. Dad kind of called me I know they didn't tell me, but I could tell they was crying on the phone and stuff like that. It was really a sad moment. I wish it never happened, but it was just, I know I can do about it. And one thing she told me is that she said, only God knows why this is happening to me right now. So when she said that, that kind of stuck with me, and since then I just used that as a motivation, and because nobody knows what else could have happened to me. Only God knows, so God knows what He's doing. Honestly, I've never been in a program that you get to see the fans really involved. The culture of Xavier basketball is not just about the 15 guys on the team. It's the whole school, the whole city just behind the team. Everybody come and support. And the first time I went out on the court, the atmosphere was different. The student section was packed. I was just, I don't know, it was just, I couldn't even describe my emotion. I'm like, damn, I just wish I could be playing in front of those fans this year, but unfortunately, I wouldn't be playing this year, so.
A place like Xavier University, with the history and tradition on the court, the academic excellence, and what this place stands for, where we play for the win, we play for the good shot. You know, it's all about the final score. You have to be yourself. The authentic person who you truly are stands out. I take the mantle of being the head coach at Xavier very seriously. We're supposed to win.
The Sean Miller Podcast is proud to partner with Deer Park Roofing, a company that's provided elite service for homes and businesses since 1996 and leads the industry in professionalism, quality, and responsiveness. Whether your needs are residential or commercial, like the outstanding work on the Cintas Center, the home of Xavier basketball, Deer Park can handle any job and ensure it's done right. Deer Park's motto is protect what's important, and what's important to you is important to Deer Park Roofing. Visit deerparkroofing.com.
The proceeds of the actual game itself, Xavier at Dayton in front of 14,000 plus people, the proceeds go to suicide prevention and a number of other entities that relate to teen suicide and just suicide in general, and partner with the state of Ohio. That's Anthony Grant's mission, and for us to be a part of that, you know, that's also something that I think fits Xavier, fits Dayton Xavier. And I'm really glad that we could partner with Anthony in Dayton to accomplish that first. I think from the secondary part, like our team, to put them in front of that type of crowd, and I always felt like Dayton was the most hostile crowd that I've ever coached in front of at UD Arena. And I know it'll be a version of that this year, even though it's an exhibition game. There's no experience that we can go through that we'll learn from, grow from, know more about our group than that experience.
I would just say it's challenging because it's easy to just give up and just forget that you came to college to play basketball just because you didn't play it so long. But I will say it's encouraging too, just because you realize that you can really get through a lot of the stuff and without basketball, and then you realize that basketball is not the main part of your life.
Yeah, it gets pretty dark at times. You know, you're watching your team, you're watching them lose, you're working out, but you're not doing what you want to do. And me and Jerome, what we've been through and what we're capable of. Obviously, we've both been off for a while. I mean, it gets hard at certain times. You gotta know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's gonna come at some point. And you gotta keep working for it, so you're ready when it does come. I mean, we can't wait. You know, we've just been in the apartment. You know, that's been my roommate, so we've just been in the apartment talking about it for so long, and now it's finally here.
do with their 5 man. That means you got to rise to catch, and you got to burst. Don't accept the ice. If you do, you got to rim run, and then Zach, you got to come high, and then we keep going. Don't allow what they're doing to stymie us at all. We're going back and forth between Wildcat and Flow. It's going to be impossible for them to be able to pick their coverage. The only way they do it is if you walk, you don't cut hard, you guys hold the ball, okay? Remember, snap back dribble Ryan on a switch. If Zach sets it and they're switching him, you got to really snap back dribble and then what? Opposite post flash, don't force it, next action, and try to get him on the switch, okay?
Zach Freemantle.
I mean, we know it's going to be a long season, so just taking it each day at a time and just knowing that it's going to be a long season, each game is going to take everything we have, so just making sure we are ready for each game and making sure everybody's ready for each game.
You know, I'm just trying to get these first couple games under me. You know, it's just it's a really exciting thing. I can't wait to have the chance to end on a great note. I mean, it wasn't even like Jerome was there, but like Jerome had to help in and try to close out late. And he hit a 3 and got all up in Jerome's face. So that was just him getting with his retaliation. Like, you know, not gonna step to Jerome and then not expect nothing to come back to you. So
I don't know what happened. I just knew I was happy to be out there. I forgot how fun it was. Like, you seen the clip, I just yelled for no reason. I'm like, I was just in the moment too. So I felt like it was fun. I felt like I had fun. We won the game, and I just was happy to be there for real.
Oh yeah, sir, that first road kill of the fucking year, baby! That was great job, man. Great job. I think you guys know this. We have plenty of firepower to do a lot of great stuff, okay? A lot to learn. We'll get better from this experience. I'm glad we did it. Let's head back home.
Sure, sure.
My bad. I fucked up. My bad.
All in on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my bad. We lose the war, bounce back. Hey, we go on a 10-2 run. They call timeout, have a big score, got to come back next war and win that one too. Do what we do. Do what we do. We don't need anyone right now deviating from what we work on every single day. Be the best version of yourself in what we do. Be a great teammate. Be unselfish. Do your job. Be a two-way player. Be a next play guy. Number 3 is the most important up here. Have fun. Play hard. I don't think you can really have fun playing this game when the crowd's here and it means something if you're not playing really, really hard. And when you're playing really hard and flying around, you're caught up in the moment. It's a game you love for a reason. That's when you have the most fun. So combine those. Let's have fun. Let's play hard. Again, we are a fast-paced, hard-playing together team. We're all in. Let's go. Let's go.
All in on 3, 1, 2, 3.
All in. Let's go.
First floor, fellas, let's go.
First floor.
Set the tone.
Yeah.